सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या योग विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यो ओं येरिमे गुरुवे पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्यातः सर्व वेदान्तः योगाः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ओं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मयोग विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण योग वेदांत दर्शन साधन द्वारा आत्मानुभूति कैवल्य सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य समस्त प्रक्रिया साधन शास्त्रयुक्त विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्धानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रस्य व्यास भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ योग दर्शनाचार्याणां स्मरणं नमनं प्रार्थना। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम कपिल महर्षे नमः। ओम कपिल महर्षे नमः। ओम कपिल महर्षे नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षे नमः। पतंजलि महर्षे नमः। पतंजलि महर्षे नमः। व्यास महर्षे नमः। व्यास महर्षे नमः। व्यास महर्षे नमः। ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। अथ श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्र तृतीय पाद विभूति पाद। क्षणातत्क्रमयोः संयमात् विवेकजं ज्ञानं जाति लक्षण देशैः अन्यथा अनवच्छेदात् तुल्ययोः ततः प्रतिपत्तिः. So yesterday we have given exhaustively in the center of this talk that how and why this Samyama has to be achieved and how it is tested through the practices prescribed by this Shastra in reaching those vibhutis, not to do the pradarshana of those vibhutis, not to indulge in those vibhutis, not to use them for any bhoga. No. They're only to say that yes, mana is sayyamita, to maintain it. Like, the army people. Every day they do those 4 hours exercise. Not that there is a war every day. But they are in that discipline of the health, physical body, fitness. So to all those instruments and the intellectual alertness, उसको बरकरार रखना है, इंटैक्ट रखना है. For that they do it. कोई कोई ऐसे आर्मी लोग हैं जवान लाखों में होते हैं, वो एक युद्ध भी नहीं लड़ा. He was never in any war. He is posted only in the other place. बस ऐसे मूंगफली खाते रहे. But he was every day doing practices to maintain. Same way, to maintain the Samyamata of the Chitta, are all these vibhutis are given. उस मूड को मेंटेन करने के लिए. But finally, the Samyama is used for these purposes, ultimate purposes. Kshanatatkamayoho Samyamat Vivekajam Jnana. Now here, the $1 million point we saw yesterday, ki the pure conscious Atma and the Shuddha Sattva Guna Buddhi, they're so similar to each other that we take that Shuddha Sattva Guna Buddhi to be the self. And फिसल जाते हो शुद्ध सत्व गुण से, immediately रजो तमो आकर फंस जाते. What is to be done? Eliminate rajo tamo, bring the buddhi to sattva guna, then separate the atman from it, identify with the atma and drop that sattva guna buddhi also. Then the kaivalyam comes. Therefore, what becomes necessary here is the ability to differentiate and separate Chaitanya Purusha and Sattva Guna Buddhi. What is said here by the Acharya, Yoga Acharya, Kavila Mahamuni is what? These two are so close in their identity That as regard the jati, lakshana, desha are concerned, which are the means to differentiate two things as separate, they are not applicable here. जाति देश लक्षण नामक चीजें जिनसे दो चीजों को अलग करते हैं, इसका जाति है वो जाति है, ये इस देश में रहता है उस देश में, इसका लक्षण है उसका लक्षण है. Like jati, that is a tiger jati or lion jati, but it is cow jati. Jati difference, desha difference. That lion are there in the forest only. They are not in the village or town. And the cows are in the village, town. They are not in the forest. देश के दृष्टि से अलग करना. And the lakshana, oh, तो it will hunt the animals and kill and eat that flesh, non-veg. The cow eats only the grass, the lakshanas. That's a cruel animal. It's a sadhu. So that's how through jati, desha, lakshana, tiger is different, cow is different. In this way, the Bodhisattva and Chaitanya Atma, Purusha, cannot be separated. Yet, without separating them and identifying the Purusha, Kaivalya will not come. Then what is the way? That's what. It is only through Vivekaja Jnanam, only through Vivekaja Jnanam, only through the Vivekaja Jnanam that we can separate them and identify with Purusha. That special sixth sense or intuitive power of Viveka Jnanam is the outcome of Samyama, Kshana and Tatkrama. So Kshana and Tatkrama Samyama, that Vivekaja Jnanam which is born alone can separate the Purusha from the Bodhisattva. अदर दोनों मिक्सअप ही रहते हैं हमको. द हाईएस्ट लेवल ऑफ ध्यान साधना इधर समाधि साधना बता रहे, which we are casually studying. सो जाति देश लक्षणैः अन्यथा अनवच्छेदात्. जाति देश लक्षण के कारण इन दोनों अन्य है, ये दोनों अलग है एक दूसरे से, ये नहीं कर सकते हम. भाई बिकॉज तुल्यो हो, दे अपीयर टू बी सो सिमिलर. That is why tataha pratipati. Tataha means from that vivekaja jnanam. Pratipati means obtaining of anyata, the separation of them. That is why we have to use that samyama to do samyama on kshana tatkrama and then reach to the vivekaja jnana sthiti. And use that vivekaja jnana sthiti for separating the purusha tattva from matter. So, buddhi tattva. I am purusha. There is nothing got, I have nothing to do with the buddhi. Maximum I am there for as well as support or sakshi for it. I was entangled in it earlier, therefore it was cause for my bhoga. In that bhoga, sukha dukkha दोनों आते थे. अभी now मैं डिटैच कर लिया उससे, इसलिए वो मेरा अपवर्ग का कारण बना. Means now I am liberated. When I identify with the matter become cause of मुझे भोग. When I detach from the matter, it become cause for apavarga. Apavarga is moksha. So, Prakriti Purushasya Bhogavargartham, which we studied long back. Bhogavargartham Purushasya. Then the Prakriti was explained from the Maya, Mahat, Tattva, Jnanendriyas, Tanmatras. ये सब बताने के टाइम बताए. What is the purpose of this Prakriti then? Bhogavargartha Purusha. When will it give Bhoga? When Purusha identified with it. When it will become a cause of apavarga and Purusha detaches from it. For detaching, we have to separate. For separation, we have to have special Vivekaja Jnanam, intuitive power that comes through Samyaman Kshanatatkrama. Now we'll go to the last but one sutra of the great this chapter or sarga or this padam. This Vivekaja Jnana Mahima is explained. तारकं सर्वविषयं सर्वथा विषयमम् अक्रमं च इति विवेकजं ज्ञानम्. तारकं सर्वविषयं सर्वथा विषयम् अक्रमं च इति विवेकजं ज्ञानम्. Vivekaja Jnana has got these four lakshanas in it. It is Taraka, it is Sarva Vishaya, it is Sarvatha Vishaya, it is Akrama. Simple meaning and meaning with Bhashya. Taraka means it is liberating. Once Vivekajam Jnanam comes, you are no more bound. It is Tarana, Tarak hai. Tar deta hai हमको. Sarva Vishya means it eliminates everything. Sarvatha Vishya means it eliminates everything all the time. सबको विषय बनाता है. That Vivekaja Jnana. Then Akrama means it is not Krama sequential. It is Akrama means non-sequential, means simultaneous. In that being simultaneousness, Desha Kala concepts are gone. All are there at one time, and at one time they go. At one place they go. The example of Krama is the great Vishwarupa, which Bhagavan has shown to Arjuna. Don't you see in that Vishwarupa all places at one place? In Bhagavan Sharira, one place only, all places he has shown. No, in that one Bhagavan only, has he not shown all the times, Kala? All place, matlab Vishnu Loka, Brahma Loka, Indra Loka, all of them are seen by Arjuna. Brahmanam, Isham, Kamalasnastam, Rushinsha Sarvan, Uragansha Divyan. Brahmana means Brahma Loka. Isha means the Kailasha Loka. Kamalasnastam. Rushin means the Rushiyon ka jo Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka. Uragan means all these Rasatala Patala Lokas, where these serpents etc. stay. So at one place, all places brought and shown. So at one time, all the times are shown. Right from the beginning of the Srishti, Bhagavan showing even the Pralaya also, where he was consuming everything into his mouth. So there the Deshakrama, ये देश यहाँ तक है, वो देश वहाँ तक, वो तक है, वो सब एक ही जगह पे. Because Desha is concept of the mind. That's why with the mind, you can see 1 centimeter Desha also. In the same mind, you can see some millions of kilometers Desha also. Mind ka concept se. है कि नहीं? Like where is that ant? If you say that small place, that's 2 or 3 millimeters. But when I ask a question, what is the distance between Earth and the Sun? Oh, इतने करोड़ों किलोमीटर है. So देश both are concepts of mind. बड़ा हो या छोटा हो. काल भी वही है. 1 second काल. It's a concept of mind, which we have seen in the 2 sutras back. So too the Brahmadeva's kalpa. That is kala is again it's a kalpana concept of the mind only. That is why if your age is 70, let's say, if I ask you, tell me your past, you can do all the 3 things. 70 years of past, you can tell in 1 minute also. 70 years of past, you can tell for 70 years also. अगर मैं जिंदा हूँ तो 70 years of past, you can tell 140 years also. पढ़ चढ़ा के. In Vishwarupa, all kalas Bhagavan shown at one place. That's the meaning of krama rahitya, akrama, simultaneous. Now, one by one we see what is the meaning of the Vivekaja Jnanam being Tarakam. तारक ज्ञानम क्या होता है? सुनो कि तारकम इति सप्रतिभा उत्थानम सप्रतिभा उत्थम अनौपदेशिकम इत्यर्थः. No, ultimate discussion, very powerful it is. Taraka Jnana means that which is revealed from within. Is a Taraka Jnana. Taraka Jnana means Sapratibha Uttanam, not Aupadeshikam, Upadesha. It is not a borrowed Jnanam, it is from within only that Jnanam. That's called a Taraka Jnana. This Vivekaja Jnanam, when it is invoked through the Samyama and Kshanatattkrama, that will be Tarakam, both in the worldly also spiritual. Any example you take. What example can talk about? Let's say car driving or any such thing. Driving ले लो. So you have learned driving from the driving school. You are driving on the road. Suddenly, a huge speed breaker or a big gadda or a landslide, something happened. Or a vehicle from the opposite coming with a fast speed. Or a children on the road crossing, or old man, or a blind man. Now, at that time, how you negotiate? By reducing the speed or applying the brakes or taking left turn or right turn. Is this knowledge? For this knowledge, do you call your driver, the driving teacher, कि गुरु महाराज आगे बड़ा खाई आ रही है, मैं क्या करूं? Do you request, do you ask him for the उपदेश? By the time phone लग जाता है, you are already floating in the air. We don't call him now. What do? The moment that valley or khai came, quickly we take the turn right side and move. Where from that jnanam came? It is not aupadeshika jnanam. Then what is that jnanam? Swapratibha utthanam. It is from your own inner pratibha. Not from outside borrowed. It is our pratibha that we take the right turn and protect from falling. और आगे चलने वाला suddenly उसने ब्रेक लगाई. So you are at a 10-meter distance. Suddenly you also apply brake. It is all pratibha utthana jnanam, not upadeshika. You don't call and ask the upadesh at that time. कि आगे वाला गाड़ी रोका है, मैं क्या करूं? अरे यार तो लग जाएगा. Many times more than upadesha jnana, क्या कहते हैं इधर, स्वप्रतिभा उत्थान ज्ञान is the one which gives us dharanam. But the Guru and Shastra and their blessings that our upasana to them create that atmosphere in our heart that continuously the required pratibha from inside goes on manifested to protect us from that situation called as tarakam. Tarakam means tar jana उस problem से. Otherwise, how long you depend on others for the upadesha all the time? Swapratibha, swapratibha uttam, swapratibha uttam and anaupadeshikam ityartha. I gave you the examples of worldly. Same spiritual. You understood today what we saw in our introduction is that only. If we depend on for the information, for the inspiration, for the sorting out the problems, for everything on the book and Guru only all the time, only out of our sheer laziness, we take them only as excuse कि बुक नहीं था, गुरु महाराज का फोन नहीं मिला, इसलिए मैं ऐसे गलत काम कर दिया. अरे सब प्रतिभा उत्थान करो. That is he is a real guru who makes the disciple independent to take decisions from within, born out of his own pratibha. यथेच्छसी तथा करो. Your प्रतिभा नाउ मेरा उपदेश हो गया अभी. हाँ गुरु महाराज अब इतने बताया ना, अभी मेरे को शरीर से बाहर खींच के मुझे आत्मा में बिठाओ, ऐसा पूछे क्या वो परीक्षित जी सुखदेव जी को? नो, वो होता भी नहीं. वो उपदेश is only intellectual information, na? Then it is his own pratibha that he used that upadesha and himself discovered as self other than upadis. He says, I just want to merge in Brahman by dissolving Sukshma Sharira in the Samashti and leave this Stula Sharira. For that snake to come and bite. Anyway, the Rishi has given that curse to Sharira. Wo challe do. Swapratibha uttam. Jnanam alone is tarakam, not the upadeshikam. But without the upadeshika, स्वप्रतिभा ज्ञान उत्थान नहीं होता. But without स्वप्रतिभा उत्थान मोक्ष नहीं होता. मोक्ष is तारकम जो यहाँ कह रहे. And what is the तारक ज्ञानम in this context? Only one. Whether विवेक ख्याति पुरुषा सत्व पुरुषा and सत्व बुद्धि, इन दोनों को सेपरेट कर पाना वही यहाँ का तारक ज्ञान है. Then in that I identify with that चैतन्य पुरुष. फिर प्रकृति से मेरा संबंध नहीं है, which is called बुद्धि सत्व. There you are liberated. तर गए. ये सब प्रतिभा से होता है. और ये विवेकज ज्ञान मीन्स सब प्रतिभा उत्तम, thereby it becomes ज्ञान, तारक ज्ञान बनता है. Everywhere in all through our life, worldly, spiritual, जहाँ भी देखो, I am the one who create problem. I have to find the solution. स्वप्रतिभा. श्री राम जी का स्वप्रतिभा उत्थानम ही हो गया ना कि नहीं, विवेक एंड वैराग्य. फिर वो संसार से तर गए. अभी samsara will not enter in him now. He has got one more thing now to realize the self. For that, Guru will give Upadesha, but he will awaken to that by his own pratibha. Everything like that. Like Guru tells us, better get off the laziness. हो गया उपदेश, सुबह उठो. अब उसका अपने प्रतिभा से हमको उस रियली चीज को पाकर तारक मतलब तर जाना चाहिए. If my pratibha is not invoked, how long I get the input or force or any type of guidance from outer world? वो तो हमेशा नहीं हो सकता ना. So what's required for worldly problem solution and spiritual thing is the Sat Pratibha Uttha Jnanam, called Taraka Jnanam. That is the outcome of Vivekaja Jnanam. Vivekaja Jnana का एक expression है स्वप्रतिभा उत्थ तारक ज्ञानम. Then I solve all my problems. Underline this. And I am very wise not to create new problems. That person alone can solve others' problems. अब खुद ही अपने का प्रॉब्लम बन रहा है, दूसरों को क्या. That's why a person who himself is drowned in problems, his suggestions never work for others. क्योंकि खुद ही समस्या में जूझ रहा है. स्वयं तीर्णाः अन्यान् तारयन्ति. जो पानी में खुद डूब रहा है, how can he help others? Mr. Dubey. He has to first know how to float and come out, then he can help others. Here also, we need that Taraka Vivekaja Jnanam called as Pratibha Utthana. So Pratibha Utthana, not Aupadeshika. Aupadeshika is only up to the information level. From the information to transformation, it is ours. In the same way, second one is Sarva Vishyam, what it is tomorrow. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you for your